Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
George, that's a two-pointer. The shot comes out. The Jazz go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
Pass to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A three from Leonard. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Mitchell. Shoots. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Beverly against Conley. And that one drops.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Joey Moses checked in for the Jazz. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And then for Los Angeles, Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Williams finds Harrell. Back to Williams. Gobert with the block. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And that one, no good to start him off in the night. Leonard looking around. Pass to Harrell. Shoots over Clarkson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 3. Here's Bogdanovich. The putback. They grabbed their own miss. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams passes to Harrell. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And the Jazz with some changes. Davis comes in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. The Clippers also making some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. It's stolen by Mudiay. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And pass to Green. Jackson up top. He's covered by Clarkson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Look at the defensive end. Who are the best players in the league at selling a charge call?
I would say Kyle Lowry's one of my favorites. Marcus Smart, PJ Tucker. Those are the guys that come to mind that do it well. They take charges and also they sell it.
Yeah, Tucker in particular, and I love Lowry, but he'll take it, and you know it hurts, but he takes it every game and multiple times a game, right? I mean, wow.
Yes, indeed.
First free throw is good.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
The Clippers in the lead. And here is Williams. No points in the game yet for him. Green dishes to Jackson. Floats one. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Moutier against Williams. Davis, the pass to Gobert. Clarkson trying to break free. Gobert can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Williams passes to Harrell. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Clarkson. And again, no good by the Clippers. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Moutier pass to Clarkson. Knocks it loose. The finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Here's Clarkson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Clarkson's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his first foul. The Clippers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That free throw good from Shamet. Here's Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Green kicks to Shamet. Clock at 6. And Davis sends it back. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Two on the clock. Here's Harrell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the board. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Williams against Clarkson. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Can't hit from 12.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the middle, there's Shamet, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Shamet's got 5.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Davis down low, working on Green, and JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Utah here with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Mudiay. Sweet little floater. Mudier's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Harrell trying to free himself up, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Passes it to Clarkson. Now, Mudiay, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And for a big guy, Harrell's quick off his feet. He can block shots inside and on the perimeter.
Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Pass to Mudiay, beyond the arc, and the Jazz, another 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Clarkson with the ball. Clarkson is out there with Mudiay. Then there's Davis. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Pass to Mudiay. Back to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Williams. And again, it's Utah.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
There's the pass to Harrell. Back to Williams. Outside Jackson. Over Mudiay. Jackson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A shot by Clarkson, no good.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And here's Mudiay. He has 7. Outside, Davis. Back to Clarkson. Over Williams. And that one hits back iron. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Moutier against Jackson. From past the arc. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
And Beverly kicks to Shamet. Here's Harrell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Ed Davis.
Few guys play with Harrell's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And he sinks the second. Utah trailing here. Outside Conley, passes it to Davis. Beverly against Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Back to Conley. Shoots the 3. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game. Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Davis. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by George. And here's Conley outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Mike Conley can do this now. He can play off the ball and punish the defense for giving him space.
Here's Leonard. Utah with the rebound. Bogdanovich has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Mitchell. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
The shot by George wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 4 points this quarter. Conley against Beverly. Now, here is O'Neal. Guarded closely. Bogdanovich dishes to Davis. Conley against Beverly. Conley's shot is off.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Good work defensively by Conley. Jazz have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. O'Neal passes to Conley. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And not just the scoring, it was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Really a sponge. Donovan Mitchell watches a ton of film, accepts coaching, and applies it. A big part of his rise to stardom.
2 shots. That free throw, no good. And the early success of Mitchell speaks to his ability to absorb and take coaching.
Yes, credit that coaching staff, putting him in position to succeed, helping him also to develop. His decision-making is growing game by game.
Good on the second free throw. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Looking to get back on track here. The shot, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
The pass to Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Clippers have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
And he makes both free throws. Now here's Conley. To get open is Bogdanovich. Conley's shot is off.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Mitchell looking it over. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
For Los Angeles, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jam. Trailing by 2. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Here's Mitchell. Another shot. Here's Davis. And he gets the bucket.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. He threw good, Davis. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Bogdanovich, you know what? The Clippers trail. Here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Leonard. Counted, good. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Conley against Beverly. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Fires the 3. Utah the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And George.
That was nice. And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Conley for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Conley against Beverly. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Mitchell against Leonard. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Right side, Conley. Trying to get open is Davis, and it's blocked.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
A different look for Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. The Clippers also changing it up. Williams comes in for Marcus Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
And Utah making a change here. Houtier is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Green's checked in. On the wing, Green. Back to Jackson. Inside. Here's Williams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Landry Shamet checked in for Zubats. On defense, the Clippers leading by 5.
Nice job by Rudy Gobert. What concentration on that shot by the big fella.
Here's Leonard. Rebound, Utah.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
And it's tied up with that one.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Leonard against Bogdanovich. Yep, it counts. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now, Ingles, his last outing with 20 points. Here's Gobert. A shot good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists.
And as Rudy Gobert has been adding bulk, he's only getting better at finishing through contact.
Here's Williams. It's good. Williams has got 8.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Moutier dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Moutier. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 10.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Here's Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line. On the free throw, no good.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Ingles can't get it to go. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Back to Jackson. This is to Leonard. The kick out to Williams. Off target from outside. Utah's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Moutier finds Ingles. Passes to Gobert. Shoots over Shamet. Gobert can't hit. Outside Williams. 2 on the clock. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the 5. Beverley against Conley. Mitchell kicks to Conley. High post, Gobert. Mitchell outside. 4 on the clock. To the left side wing. Conley with the 3. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Gobert going to the line. The defense couldn't do anything but foul the big fella.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the second free throw, good. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Conley inside the line. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Conley's got his second bucket of the night. And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Over George. Excellent D there from George.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Leonard, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we've got a moment here. The top free throw shooters in the league. 4th, Bogdanovich.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
The Clippers have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. Free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Jazz trail by 6. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Gobert finds Conley. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Clippers on defense. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Just 5 to shoot.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole. Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Outside Leonard. Over O'Neal.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. Took him no time at all on that one. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Mitchell against George. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. Over Beverly. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Leonard. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Leonard's got 26 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Over Beverly. Conley's shot is off.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Utah calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Who's checked in for the Clippers.
And let's check out the stats for Leonard. Just an incredible month of basketball. Putting up 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Bogdanovich finds Conley. To stop the drought. The Jazz with another miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Mitchell in the corner. Conley scanning the floor. Back to Mitchell. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Harrell. Here's Beverly, and he lays it up and in. Beverly's got the lead up to 14 out for Los Angeles.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
Ball's knocked loose, dives for it, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. First in field goal percentage, 7th in blocks, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Utah calls timeout. We were just talking about this, Steve, as the game of basketball always evolves. You look at the WNBA now. The quality of play there is terrific.
The talent level in the WNBA is at an all-time high. I love watching and gaining some tricks on how they play the game. And also, Kevin, athletically, there's a lot of young ladies being able to dunk the basketball now.
Absolutely amazing. You're right, Steve. Checked in. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Harrell.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Tipped away. Over George. That is good in the Los Angeles leads, but down to just 12 points on the bucket for Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And it's Mitchell missing. Clippers leading by 14. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. The fadeaway. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got his first basket.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Jacks up a three. Again, Mitchell missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. George. O'Neal with the rebound.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Clearly a foul.
For Los Angeles, they have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And then for Los Angeles, Landry Shamet's checked in for Marcus Morris. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
First free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Green's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And the Clippers have possession. Outside Jackson. No good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 16. Now the pass to Clarkson. And Gobert kicks to Moutier. There's the dish to Clarkson. 5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. For Utah, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Williams. He's got 8. Shamet trying to break loose. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Gobert, the pass to Clarkson. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 14.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Passes it to Morris. Jackson against Clarkson. Got a piece of it. Morris kicks to Williams. From deep. No good there. So Utah will take it the other way. Ingles with the ball. Over Williams. Rebound by Harrell. And here is Williams. 10 points for him. On the wing, Jackson buries the 20-footer. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
Moutier pass to Clarkson. And the rejection by Harrell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Mike Conley's checked in for Moutier. And the Jazz with possession. Good on the shot.
You know, he's wiry strong. Conley's made a living taking contact and making shots.
Jackson against Conley. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Clarkson taking his time here. Outside Conley. A three-pointer, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
First one falls for. Both free throws good for Harrell. Jazz trail by 17. Outside Conley. He kicks it to O'Neal. And the rejection by Harrell. Shamet with it. O'Neal's there. And that one's good. Shamet's got 7 points.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
He hits both from the stripe.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
Clarkson against Williams. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's. Now, here is O'Neal. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Conley. And the rejection by Harrell. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Gobert. Williams passes to Harrell. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. 17-point game. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got 9.
And Conley, because of his quickness and wingspan, he plays bigger than his size.
Outside Jackson. Fires it up. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Ingles dishes to Gobert. Now Conley. 9 points in the game so far. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers ahead, up by 15. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the... fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Jackson. We've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Bogdanovic, no luck.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easiness.
Williams passes to Harrell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Utah's on defense. Down by 15. Morris, no good. And Bogdanovic kicks to Conley. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. 11 points for Conley.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Six to shoot. Harrell down low. He is covered by Bogdanovic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Out to the wing. Conley left side. Pass to Gobert. And he comes up with the deuce. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 17 rebounds. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Jackson dishes to Harrell. On the wing, Williams. For the three. Mike Conley with the rebound. Conley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Clarkson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And the Jazz making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
And Beverly kicks to George. Feeds it to Harrell. Over Bogdanovic. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 13. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. And the pass to Conley. Kicks to Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Tries again. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Terrific pass. That's the unselfishness you want to see. Beverly's all about the team.
George against Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The three. A again, Mitchell missing.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly, over Conley, and it's Beverly missing. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Ingles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Joe Ingles has made himself into an offensive threat, and defenses have taken notice.
Free throw drops for Ingles. Good on both. Here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. George with the ball. Leonard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Back to George. From deep. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming, and he trims the lead to single digits. That's 7 points for Bojan Bogdanovic.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
George passes to Leonard. Doesn't go for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Mitchell. He dishes it to Bogdanovic. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. At 2. Conley for 3.
Beautiful contest there by one of the most tenacious defenders in the game, Patrick Beverly. What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Utah has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Bogdanovic, you know what? Clippers leading by 9. And Leonard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Beverly against Conley. And there's the pass to Bogdanovic. And it's Bogdanovic again missing.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. So quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Beverly against Conley. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Leonard's got 35 in the game. Jazz trail by 16. And here is Conley. Passes to O'Neal. And they get it. Drains the three-pointer. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Now, here's Zubac. Knocked away. Dishes it to Harrell. Now Beverly for three. They get it back. Zubac. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Morris is checked in for Harrell. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Mitchell. Has to Gobert. Conley for three. Drops in the tray. Conley's got 11 in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Conley with it. He kicks it to Mitchell. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
He hits the second from the line. And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
Jazz trail by 11. Baseline J on the way. Jump shot is good that time. Conley's got 7 points for the quarter. Los Angeles has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And George, here we go. Over Mitchell. A nice shot by George. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Beverly against Conley. Mitchell outside. Three-pointer. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. Nice shot by Gobert.
What a game for Rudy. We don't expect this every night, but it's an encouraging sign.
And the Clippers call time here.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Here's George. Second chance effort. Rebound, Utah. As their comeback bid, it better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. six. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Stand with it, and Gobert with a high-flying tip dunk.
Clippers leading by 7. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. George against Mitchell. Basket counts. 19 points for Paul George.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
George against Mitchell. To the left wing. Conley for 3. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Los Angeles on D. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Mitchell against Morris. Gobert. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Leonard draws the double. Out to Morris. George against Mitchell. 6 to shoot. And George, here we go. The shot, no good. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 7-point differential.
You cannot disrespect the shooting ability of Bogdanovich. When it's an important point in the game, they're looking for him.
Beverly finds Leonard. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 40 points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 8. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
George against Mitchell. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers ball. Five seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beverly against Conley. High arcing shot. But he stays with it. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Clippers have possession. And an intentional foul right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Ingles can't get it to go. And here's Beverly. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. What is the takeaway from a win like this tonight?
We just keep playing consistent. We just keep executing.
All right, David. Great job.
Well, guys, that's a wrap. That was pretty exciting there for anybody who had the action on the over-under and even the spread of the game. It was tight there till the end. The over-under came down to that three-pointer, I believe, that Niang, George's Niang, hit in the corner, subbed in the bums, and he pulls the trigger, hits the damn three there for the over-under. Good stuff. Going to the box score, we got Rudy Gobert, 19 points, 27 boards, and 4 blocks. Monster night for him. He hits over easily. Bear with me, I'm just pulling up the spreadsheet here. All right, so Gobert was 36.5. So, yep, easily over for him. Donovan Mitchell, only 10 points. His over-under was 20.5. Really cold night for him. 4 of 28 from the field over here in the field goal column. Holy cow. He was off. Let's see, guys. Going over to the Claw. Put up a 40 spot. The old 40 spot on him. 4 boards. That's 44. He hit the over as well. 35.5. Just like Gobert. Then we had an under with George. Paul George, PG, with 19 points. It was just points for him of 24.5. So 2 unders, 2 overs. And the player props. The overs being Kawhi and Gobert. And the over total hit. Total score there, 203. The over 200.5 hits there. What else? And then obviously the Jazz plus 13.5. Covered that, only losing by 7. They were down by 19 there. You can see the biggest lead. All in all, pretty solid game there. Fun night. I got a couple nights left in the bank here. I think Friday night, I'm not sure if we're going to do another broadcast or not. Haven't contacted the tutor, but we'll see. I do have a good game lined up for Friday night. I'll tell you guys right now, if anybody's listening, you guys can run some simulations or whatever the hell you want to do. But Friday night, in my opinion, is going to be the battle of the 2 best teams in 2K, at least the simulated teams. CPU versus CPU. That I've seen out of every game that I've ran, the most dominating team that I've seen, well, it's hard to argue the Lakers, but is the Portland Trailblazers. The Blazers have just been dominant. So I'm going to put them up at home against the Lakers, the team I just mentioned. So that's going to be Friday night special, the last game before we get into the all-time legends playing each other, which I'm looking forward to, guys. That's going to be a blast. Get your brackets in, $25 a bracket, and that should be fun to watch. Some turning back the clock and watching some names that we all grew up watching. So, but yeah, Friday night, Lakers at the Blazers. Battle of the 2 best teams that I've seen. It should be a good one. Haven't figured out tomorrow night's game yet, but we will release that tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll update the spreadsheet here shortly. As always, thanks for tuning in to the one and only Lee Sports. Signing out. We'll see ya.